Because in the business, you're pulled in so many directions on a daily basis.
So, John, what do you think is the biggest obstacle facing commercial brokers in today's market?
I think the biggest obstacle is consistency of execution. I think it's I think the market is saturated with a lot of brokers, a lot of agents, and staying consistent, especially once your pipeline starts to get to a flush point with execution of prospecting metrics every day is really challenging, right? Because in the business, you're pulled in so many directions on a daily basis. And so however you plan a day, in many cases, the day gets away with you because a deal blows up, a deal dies. You have to work on something from the outside in. It looks like it would take 1 minute, but it really takes 2 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 4 hours or 6 hours. And it can be very mentally taxing. But getting back to center and figuring out how to execute consistently is what is a huge differentiator. Huge.
Yeah, I have a thing that I picked up from somewhere. I don't know who, but maybe a few things together. I call it the kind of the success fulfillment formula. And it's using your highest and best gift, whatever that strength is, and let's apply it to commercial real estate, right? So is it attracting? Is it the presentation? Is it the underwriting? Is it the building of the systems? Like what is it that's your highest and best gift to move your business forward? That's identifying that and what you're strongest at, times maximizing the potential of that gift, right?
Yeah.
Times the number of people you can impact, right?
Love
All
it.
of that will equal the fulfillment and the success, right? But I think it's when we're not in our lanes, or like you're saying, we're not doing the necessary things like cold calling or the prospecting, or getting enough of the meetings and doing the metrics there that the business can become stagnant. Is that a fair summary? What do you think about that?
Well, I love what you're talking about. I mean, one of my favorite quotes is Tony Robbins. Success without fulfillment equals failure. I mean, I think everything, the foundation of everything is fulfillment. And I think to be in the commercial real estate business, I think you have to be fulfilled. It's got to be something that fulfills you, because it's too hard. From the outside looking in, there's so many people that I've seen get into the business, and no matter how many times you tell them how difficult it is, they don't get it until they're like 3, 4, 5, 6 months in. And they're like, oh yeah, this is really, really hard. And so you've got to be fulfilled. One of the questions I always used to ask when I was interviewing people, because I was a broker for 6 years and then I ran an office for 6 years, was on a scale from 1 to 10, how badly do you want to be in the business? And what I found was if they answered anything less than 9 or 10, it didn't typically work out, because that passion, that fulfillment, that inner drive had to come from something deeper than they could even really know that they could connect with.
I really resonate with that, right? Because I remember when I got in the business the first time, and I was 10, 11, 12. Like I was like, I love and want to succeed in the business of commercial real estate brokers, like everything about it. I loved underwriting. I loved the financing part. I loved the competition. I loved the challenge. I loved the properties themselves, and the architecture, and the understanding the tenants and the rent rolls. I mean, like I couldn't get enough of it. As a new person, I'm like, whatever, like, let's go, right? I want to learn. So I think that's really powerful to think about on a scale from 1 to 10, asking yourself, how badly do you want to be in the business? Right. And if that inner drive is not there, I also think about sports, right? Growing up, there was a difference between the high school player and the college player, right? And I'm sure there's a difference between a college and the pro player, where I had the fortune to be able to play in college on scholarship, but not my first year. I was a walk-on, right? So I came out of high school, 6-foot white guy, who could shoot and pass and play. And I walked on, and it was tough, right? But I made the traveling team. I was one of 10 players to actually travel with the team, and this is at Point Loma in San Diego. But I was just growing and learning, and my game was getting better and better because I had great competition, people that were better than me. And so that leveled me up to go to a junior college. And then I had a chance to win the scholarship, right? Earn the scholarship. So I think there's a lot of correlation between, let's even say sports from, let's say, high school to college to pro, or even like commercial real estate. It really felt like I was in the pros when I was at Marcus and Millichap.